News Tonight is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk Counties, Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team.
Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. President Barack Obama says the White House will not release a photo of Osama bin Laden's body. Obama made the remarks during an interview today with CBS 60 Minutes. A top Republican Congressman, Mike Rogers, chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, who has seen the death photo of bin Laden, is agreeing with the decision not to release the photo, saying it could inflame anti-U.S. sentiments around the world, endanger U.S. troops, and hamper intelligence cooperation with the United States. He says conspiracy theorists won't be persuaded no matter what the U.S. does. An arrest has been made in connection with the shooting death of a woman found slumped over the wheel of a parked car in Lynbrook. The victim was identified as 62-year-old Mariah Ayala of Hempstead after her body was found Sunday morning in a car on Merrick Road. Newsday reports she had been babysitting two grandchildren over the weekend and left the children with a neighbor, saying she was going to run a few errands, then never returned. Well, now police report the arrest of 38-year-old Dong Tran of Hempstead, charged with murder and fugitive from justice in connection with an open warrant in Virginia. When many of us think about the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, we think about memory loss. But experts say there are many other symptoms we can also be on the lookout for, as Elsa Gillis reports.
For senior citizens, one of the worst things that could impact their golden years is the onset of Alzheimer's disease. And the Alzheimer's Association of Long Island says there are symptoms to look for.
If we're seeing a significant disruption in a daily routine, that's going to give us a warning that we need to take a closer look. Personality disorders, aggression, behavioral issues, wandering. Major issue for people with Alzheimer's disease. 67% of all people with Alzheimer's disease will wander.
Alzheimer's disease was one of many issues addressed at this year's Long Island Senior Expo in Farmingdale.
We are looking at a variety of reasons that researchers believe could be the cause for Alzheimer's disease. And I think we're on the horizon, but nothing as of yet.
And Alzheimer's doesn't just interrupt the life of the sufferer, it also takes a large financial and emotional toll on their families.
Caregiving for someone with Alzheimer's disease is 24/7.
But the Alzheimer's Association says there are resources available to help.
Once we have the diagnosis, then we can develop a long-term care plan with the family and provide a lot of information, sources of referral, work with them to help with some financial issues.
Malik Ragona says Alzheimer's disease affects over 5 million people in the United States and over 50,000 right here on Long Island. And she says if we don't find a cure soon, the number of those living with Alzheimer's in the U.S. will triple in the next 30 years. In Farmingdale, Elsa Gillis, LI News Tonight.
Long Island businesses could thrive by exporting their goods overseas. But business leaders say know who you're doing business with before sealing the deal. Jody Goldberg has more.
In an effort to keep Long Island's economy growing, Congresswoman Carolyn McCarthy is sending a message to small business owners that exporting goods to countries outside the U.S. can ultimately increase their economic growth.
There are so many different parts that come together to make it as easy as possible for you to go forward, to grow your business, and that's what every small business wants to do.
At this business forum in Garden City, Fred Hochberg, president of Export and Import Bank of the United States, says he's offering advice to Long Island small business owners on ways to ensure safety when selling goods overseas.
And working with Long Island businesses so they can understand how they can do better exporting and how they can increase sales and increase economic opportunity. And in the end, what we're hoping to do is also increase employment out here.
Susan Axelrod, owner of Love and Quiche's Desserts, has already taken her business to the next level by selling to retailers worldwide.
You don't have to worry that when the product gets to the other country, wherever it's consigned to, whether it's Russia or the Middle East or Japan, that you're not going to receive your money for the goods.
The opportunity for any small business is to take advantage of the global economy, and experts say it's important to have a partner backing you up. However, Shakir Farzak says it's important for that partner to have resources overseas who can make sure the businesses you become involved with there are on the up and up.
Yeah, sure. I mean, with the internet these days, somebody can put up a wonderful website with all kinds of bells and whistles, and they look like a very well-established, very reputable company, but they might just be somebody's garage for all you know.
In Garden City, Jody Goldberg, LI News Tonight.
During school days, many youngsters end up spending more time with their teachers than with their parents, creating strong bonds and lasting memories. And if you have some good memories about some of your past teachers, well, now's the time to tell them, as Tara Evans reports.
But how do you thank someone? Every week, millions of Americans tune in to watch the adventures of the students and teachers featured in the hit Fox TV series Glee. But while the public seems to appreciate and enjoy the teachers and students they watch on television, are they just as appreciative of our real-life teachers?
I think teachers should be appreciated, of course.
This is National Teachers Appreciation Week, and people say they are grateful for the good teachers.
Not only should we appreciate teachers, but the quality of the teachers, because my son goes to school right around the corner down here at a place, and if it wasn't for the particular teacher that he had, we wouldn't have gone back.
I think most of them are very good, but some aren't. They should do away with tenure.
Why?
Because you keep the bad teachers on. And there's young women coming to men, and they're great, and they don't get a chance.
But despite people's feelings about tenure and what they say are other problems with the current education system, this week they say there are a few things they want teachers to know.
That's not saying we don't appreciate them.
You always find that the teachers who do it and are good at it, not because of the money, it's because it's inside them and it's part of who they are.
And they say that's what really matters, because our children are in their hands.
Getting a right teacher matters. It does. Because, getting somebody that cares should matter.
So if there is a teacher out there who matters to you, this could just be the week to say thanks. In Glen Head, Tara Evans, LI News Tonight.
Well, it was a down day on Wall Street today. The Dow finished the day down 87 points. NASDAQ was down 13 1/3 points. And the S&P was down just over 9.5 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
A Knit and Talk support group for women with breast cancer meets at Adelphi University's School of Social Work in Garden City on the first Monday of each month from 2:30 to 4 p.m. For more information, call 516-877-4314. The American Parkinson's Disease Association has a monthly support group at New York Institute of Technology in Old Westbury on the second Friday of the month at 2 p.m. For more information, call 516-626-6114. The Nassau County Museum of Art presents Family Sunday at the museum in Roslyn Harbor on Sunday afternoons at 1 p.m. For more information, call 516-484-9337. And the North Shore LIJ Health System offers a weekly support group for stroke survivors and caregivers at Plainview Hospital on the fourth Thursday of the month from 2 till 3 p.m. For more information, call 516-719-2411. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to linewstonight@nyit.edu.
Press play to start your future. Learn the industry. Use the technology. Become an expert in television reporting, journalism, radio, digital film, public relations and advertising, television production, digital graphics, a beautiful state-of-the-art campus, a road to the job you've always wanted, in the media capital of the world. Communication Arts at NYIT. When can you start?
In world headlines today, the French foreign minister says France and the U.S. are considering the possibility of speeding up their timetable for withdrawing troops from Afghanistan after Osama bin Laden's death. France has about 4,000 troops involved in the U.S. and NATO-led missions in Afghanistan, and France says it and its allies would be examining how to proceed. France says NATO's goal in Afghanistan was not to kill bin Laden, but to help its government establish authority and bring peace and democracy for its people. Now that bin Laden is dead, France says accelerating the planned withdrawal by 2014 is one of the options that they're going to consider. The International Criminal Court says it will seek arrest warrants in the coming weeks against 3 Libyans who appear to bear the greatest criminal responsibility for crimes against humanity in the current uprising. The court told the UN Security Council today that evidence indicates systemic attacks against civilians. It's reported the evidence shows that Muammar Gaddafi's security forces have been systematically shooting at peaceful protesters using the same tactics in multiple locations. And information also shows that civilians in Tripoli and other government-controlled areas are subject to systematic arrests, torture, killings, and enforced disappearances. And South Korean police say they found the body of a man with his hands and feet nailed to a wooden cross. Police say the 58-year-old man was found crucified Sunday in an abandoned stone quarry about 115 miles southeast of Seoul. Police say they found nylon strings around the man's neck, arms, and stomach. They say 2 smaller crosses were erected on each side of the cross that he was nailed to. They found nails, a hammer, and instructions on how to build crosses inside a tent near the scene. Police say they're investigating the exact cause of the man's death and whether it was a homicide. A producer of 2 of the biggest money-making films in Hollywood history was on Long Island recently to talk about the process of movie making. Kyle Reitan reports.
Around Pandora.
Award-winning producer John Landau has had a number of hit films, and 2 of them, Titanic and the 2009 epic science fiction movie Avatar, were the highest-grossing films in history. Landau recently spoke to Nassau Community College students about the film industry and his role as a producer.
My purpose for coming out, there's nothing more important than people who are still going to school. They are the future. And to have an opportunity to come out and interact and maybe touch their lives in some way, there's nothing more important or more rewarding that I could do.
During the seminar, Landau explained special effects used in his 1997 film Titanic and spoke about how he and his crew brought the ship to life.
In the past, people had shot models of ships or models of different things, but they had no way to bring those to life, no way to populate the decks of a ship. We turned to performance capture technology or motion capture technology at the time to actually capture actors, extras, walking, whose motions we then put onto the deck of the ship.
So the actors weren't really on a ship, but performing in front of a green screen. We had the opportunity to speak to Landau about the most difficult part of working in the industry.
Look, I don't think it's about breaking into this business. I think today's day and age, it's breaking into any business. And I think the toughest part is getting that first opportunity. And like I said today, when you have that first opportunity, realize you're now working for the next. Don't rest on the laurels. Don't say, I got this job. Go out there and grab and seize the moment and think about the next job.
After the presentation, Landau gave students the opportunity to ask him one-on-one questions. He also signed autographs and joked around while taking photos.
All ready? Here's the first shot. And now a safety shot.
In Garden City, Kyle Reitan, LI News Tonight.
Well, if you were outside today, you pretty much had to have an umbrella with you the entire day. It was a cloudy and rainy day today, and a bit cooler than the past several days. Today's high was only into the upper 50s. For tonight, we're expecting showers to continue early into the evening with a low in the mid-40s. Tomorrow should be partly cloudy with a high around 60. Friday, mostly cloudy, a high in the upper 60s. Saturday, partly cloudy, a high in the upper 60s. And the outlook for Sunday, chance of showers again with a high in the mid-60s. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.